You know that feeling, right? When just a couple of notes from an old TV show kick in, and bam, you're hit with this wave of memory, maybe even get a little misty-eyed.
Oh, absolutely. It's pretty powerful stuff. Shows how music just weaves itself into our lives, doesn't it?
It really does, and that's exactly what we're diving into today. We've been digging into why some of those TV themes from, decades ago still hit so hard, especially for adults who actually grew up with them.
Right. So our mission, if you like, is to unpack that lasting power. Why do these tunes stick around in our heads and still mean something?
Yeah, what's the magic formula? We've looked at TV history, the composers, trying to get beyond just, oh, it's catchy.
Exactly. It's more than just background noise, isn't it? The sources we looked at call them soundtracks of our lives, little audio time capsules.
Totally. They zap you right back, cherished memories, simpler times, all that. So, what is it fundamentally that creates that strong link for people?
Well, it's classic association, really. You hear that music while you're having the experience watching a show you love week after week. Uh-huh.
Your brain just hardwires them together. So later, just the music alone can, boom, trigger the feelings, the memories. It's like uh, auditory time travel.
Auditory time travel. I like that. So, okay, what makes one theme song absolutely iconic, unforgettable, while another one just
It's, uh,
vanishes?
it's usually a mix of things, looking at the bigger picture of music and memory. Simplicity helps, definitely. Something easy to hum, easy to remember.
Right, like you can actually whistle it.
Exactly. But
Mm.
also, does it fit the show? Does it capture the vibe, the characters, the whole feeling? That's crucial.
Okay.
And of course, context matters. The themes from shows you watched when you were younger, they often pack a much bigger emotional punch later on.
That makes sense. So maybe we should take a little trip back, look at some specific examples. Let's start, say, 1960s, the so-called golden age.
Good starting point.
And the one that always jumps out is the Andy Griffith Show. That whistling.
Oh, yeah. Instantly recognizable.
Just hearing it, you're practically in Mayberry. And that's the genius of it, right? Earl
Yeah.
Hagen composed that. The sources talk about its whistling simplicity. It just is Mayberry.
It really is. Wholesome small town charm.
That gentle, unhurried pace, it nails it.
Okay, let's cruise into the 70s then. We've got some real earworms from that decade, thinking Happy Days
Oh, yeah.
and Laverne and Shirley. You kind of just want to snap your fingers, don't you?
Totally. Norman Gimbel and Charles Fox at those, and they just bottled that optimism, that fun of the era.
They really did. So upbeat.
Infectious. They perfectly captured the sort of carefree spirit of those shows.
Okay, moving on. The 80s and 90s, things started to sound a bit different then, did they? Synths came in more, compositions got maybe more complex,
Definitely a shift. More electronic sounds, sometimes quite layered themes.
and our research kept pointing to one name again and again from that time. Mike Post. This guy was everywhere.
He really was a giant in the field. His
Yeah.
impact is just huge. Think about Hill Street Blues, that piano.
Oh, yeah. Kind of sad, almost.
Exactly. Melancholic. It sets that gritty, realistic mood instantly. But then, flip side, the A-Team.
Pure adrenaline. That brass.
All adventure right there in the music. And then, of course, Law and Order. Done, done.
Ah, you just need those two notes.
It's a masterclass, isn't it? Setting tone, authority, urgency. Each one's so different, but so perfectly matched to the show.
It's wild how much a short tune can do. Now, digging around, we also found some fun little details, quirky facts. Did you know Gilligan's Island had two theme songs?
That's right. Most people only know the famous one, but the original pilot, totally different. It was a calypso tune.
Calypso. Really?
Yeah. Apparently, the network folks thought, maybe not catchy enough, or maybe not clear enough about the plot, so they asked for something more direct.
Which led to just sit right back and you'll hear a tale.
Exactly. Shows how calculated these choices can be sometimes. They wanted everyone to get the premise instantly.
And speaking of explaining the premise,
Oh,
yeah, hand it to the Brady Bunch theme.
oh, classic. Sherwood Schwartz and Frank DeVol on that one.
It literally tells you the entire backstory in, what, under a minute.
It's such a smart trick, isn't it? Using the lyrics like that.
Mhm.
If you just tuned in, boom, you knew the whole setup. This lovely lady, this man named Brady.
It's incredibly efficient storytelling, actually.
Very effective. Shows how a song can do heavy lifting for the narrative.
Okay, so listening to us talk, maybe some of these tunes are playing in your head right now. What can people actually do to, like, reconnect with these themes? I found some good ideas.
Well, the obvious one is just rewatch the shows. YouTube, streaming services are often out there.
Right. See the opening credits again?
Exactly. It reinforces that link, brings back the memories.
And I really like this suggestion. make playlists, like
Yeah.
for your commute
Yeah.
or working out. Apparently, they can be pretty energizing.
Oh, definitely. A lot of them are upbeat, full of that nostalgic energy. It can give you a real kick.
Yeah, I could see that.
And here's a fun social one. Themed karaoke night. Just Tiva themes, imagine.
Oh, that sounds brilliant. Everyone belting out the Cheers theme.
Or trying to hit the high notes in the Jeffersons. Yeah, great idea for a get-together.
And if you want to go a bit deeper, people suggested exploring covers and remixes.
Yeah, platforms like Spotify, SoundCloud. You can find some really creative takes on these old themes. Might surprise you.
Interesting. Or even just finding online groups, forums.
Good point. Connect with other fans, share those memories, talk about why you love them.
Yeah, for the really dedicated fans.
Hmm.
We did find a couple of more, shall we say, involved suggestions. A bit outside the box.
Okay, like what?
Well, if you're musical at all,
Yeah.
how about learning to play one of these themes? On piano, guitar, whatever.
Oh, that's a great way to connect. Really get inside the melody, appreciate how it's put together.
I thought so too. And then there's this throw a themed party,
Uh-huh.
where everyone dresses up as characters from shows with iconic themes.
Huh. Now that is a party. Imagine seeing Magnum PI talking to, I don't know, one of the Golden Girls.
Exactly. Total trip down memory lane, guaranteed conversation starter.
Definitely brings it all to life.
So, okay, as we kind of wrap this up, what's the main takeaway here? Why do these little bits of music still matter so much?
I think it boils down to them being more than just songs. They're like
Mm.
cultural landmarks, almost, echoing through time.
Cultural landmarks. I like that.
Yeah, they capture the feel of an era, they trigger strong emotions, and they connect people who shared those moments, even across generations.
And it definitely makes you think differently about them. They're not just dusty old relics. They're like vibrant little pieces of art that still work.
They absolutely are. Still get stuck in your head, too.
Oh, tell me about it.
So, maybe the thought to leave people with is this. As you maybe go back and listen to some of these, what specific feelings or memories pop up for you? And what does that maybe tell you about how powerful music and TV have been in, well, shaping who you are, your personal history, something to chew on?